Hello and welcome back to Chess of Blades, and from what I remember from last time, I believe we were sort of eavesdropping on some noble people, rich fucks, planning to, I guess, blackmail someone, if I remember correctly. Also, I'm not sure if this line is going to be any better than before. I don't know if you can tell, but, yeah. I don't know if orange plus sort of bluish color kind of mix well together for lighting. Yeah. So anyways, not that entirely matter. Let's just continue with this. From where we left off. So although the idea of being involved in such affairs makes my stomach churn nervously, the way Linnaeus describes it is almost exciting. The way you could recognize what people are plotting just from a casual exchange means he must be an expert at decoding all the plots going on behind the scenes of court. Is that why he can always figure out what's going in my head?
Don't worry. Stay by my side and I'll teach you all of the dark little workings that go on behind the scenes, provided you adequately compensate me for my tutelage.
Oh, in what way can we compensate? I got a feeling I know where this is going. Nice sour glare is rewarded by another squeeze to my hip. Linnaeus bites his lips to keep from letting out another satisfied laugh. After a low exchange, time flies by so quickly that it's almost as a shock when the music finally stops. The masquerade comes to a marvelous end. Oh, so we actually get through the dance, unlike with Franz, where we just leave halfway through. Linnaeus ends up taking me back to his room, both of us in relatively bubbly and loose moods thanks to the wine we've imbibed. The thing is, imbibed? I hope I said that right. Well, it's not like Linnaeus gets exactly bubbly, but he's undoubtedly more playful and aggressive than usual. So, where are we gonna do this? Which, not like you're gonna see it, but how far can I go before it's just, yep, clearly shit's going down. Clearly they'll be boning. But after we step inside the chamber, here's the door click and lock behind me. A moment later, I feel Linnaeus' long fingers curling about my wrist, pulling them behind my back.
I did say that there were consequences for assaulting the Inquisitor, didn't I? You'd best be prepared to face them.
So is this where I should probably cut out? Let's see. A warm and devious voice purrs against the nape of my neck, sending a sweet shiver down my spine.
I don't think this is really fair.
Is it? Okay, yeah, I think this is where I need to cut out. So, I think I will be back. So yeah. Because I know everyone hates it when I censor shit, but I mean, hey. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyways, yeah, I'll be back, probably.
Oi, do you want any sugar in here like a normal person? Or should I leave it plain for your bizarre tastes?
Okay, so... Okay, I think I need to have my lighting at max for this. Interesting. But anyways, yeah, it was nice. I don't know. I think if anything, voting, I think I like this better than with Franz. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, now we're here after the whole thing. I think it's like the next day, I guess? I wonder if something bad's gonna happen, like with Franz? But then again, Franz, that solved his problem his story at the end of the whole, shebang, I guess. So I don't know if this is going to be the same, or maybe we're at the end. It's going to suck because it's going to be very short, because if it is very short, I'm just going to slap this right at the end of the last video. And make it incredibly fucking long. Yeah, so let's continue.
Did you really just call me bizarre? I'm not the one who eats dessert before dinner half the time. You're a dishonor to the Varison name. Truly.
Seems like they're having fun, so heaving a light-hearted sigh, I place the teacup down on the table, shaking my head a little. cool spring breeze brushes by us, ruffling the locks of Linnaeus' long, messily pulled back hair. He's wearing it in a more casual ponytail today, which he only ever does when we're home together. So, is he a bit different?
I can't believe the king trusts this man. Some of his proposals for new laws are simply ridiculous.
Linnaeus mutters to himself as he pores over an announcement of various changes happening in court. The little pout drifting over my lips, curl my arms around his shoulder and squeeze them, getting down at him fondly. Trying to make sure nothing breaks here.
I thought you said you'd be having a break this morning. You should spend a little time doing something other than fretting over court affairs, like paying attention to me.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like this old look that Linnaeus has now. Yeah, still got it in my mouth. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the design, which I think this design of his hair, I want to say, may or may not have been how he looked before. Back when I was in the demo.
It's hard to argue with that logic. This tea is spectacular. You didn't slip any strange herbs into here or something, did you?
The thought hadn't crossed my mind, but now that you mention it, I might try that next time. So I can get revenge on you for last night.
Oh, he is devious. That's also adorable. As Linnaeus smugly chuckles at my sire remark, he leans back against me, tossing aside the parchment he's holding. So it's hard to believe that we've already been together for 2 years. Where's all the time gone? Okay, so yeah, I think this is at the end of the game. I think this is going to be like at the end added to the last bit. It's going to be such an awkward transition. But yeah, I guess we're at the end. I guess there's nothing extra, sort of, I guess. Ever since we were brought together, the fateful celebration, my life was completely upturned. I wouldn't be able to believe where I am now if you'd asked me 2 years ago. Linnaeus and I lived together in a small, cozy house close to the capital, but just far enough to have privacy in one of the kingdom's many lush forests. Oh, so this isn't like a secluded area. It's just us, no servants, no relatives. Oh yeah, it is. Just, that sounds nice. Well, there is our cat, Sasha, too. I read how much Linnaeus said he'd love his old cat, so I convinced him to take in a kitten we found on the streets. Aww. So Linnaeus still works as the Grand Inquisitor, but he's also training me in our kingdom's laws so that I can become a proper assistant. Right now, I do a lot of bookkeeping and other relatively easy duties to help him out. After I begged him to teach me his trades so that I could be more useful, he reluctantly agreed. Okay. Somewhere in that was like, is he going to deny it? Be assistant forever? To the Inquisitor? No. So surprisingly, once father learned who I had gone off with, after a decent amount of scolding him for not telling him sooner, he gave his blessing to Linnaeus and me. I think he was a little sad that I decided not to follow in his footsteps as a military strategist, but when I informed him later that I wanted to study legal matters like Linnaeus, he seemed rather pleased. I mean, kinda ends up going the same way, right? As for Raphael, after his investigation was complete, it was clear that he'd been conspiring with the disciples. He was condemned to execution for his crime, but Linnaeus stepped in to everyone's shock. He managed to throw his weight around enough to keep Raphael from the ultimate penalty, and instead, his cousin locked away in a nice, cozy prison. I mean, I guess because they're family. I guess. So Linnaeus visits him regularly, however, and they've... Linnaeus visits him regularly, however... Yeah, wait, I'm... I think I'm just too tired. Linnaeus visits him regularly, however, and they've actually managed to rekindle their old friendship bit by bit. It seemed to take Raphael a while to come around, but I hear that he eventually broke down and sobbed on Linnaeus' shoulder for an hour straight. Though irreparable damage has been done, knowing that such a horrible act of betrayal can be ultimately overcome touched me in a way I didn't expect. It also taught me that Linnaeus has a remarkably warm heart, deep inside his unforgiving exterior. Ah, Sasha!
Don't play with that. You shred the scroll with your claws.
Leave her be. That scroll's better used as a cat toy than reading material anyway.
Okay, sure. Fuck it up, Sasha. Just ruin all the documents. So replying to me with the smirk, Linnaeus watches Sasha bat at the rolled up parchment, the head tilting fondly to one side. Then he glances up to me, and his eyes sparkle behind their lenses in a way that makes my heart skip a beat, just like it always does.
Now, what shall we do today? I was thinking a nice walk, a bit of cooking, and then poring over some books together.
That sounds rather lovely.
And, of course, I recently acquired some new instruments that I've been dying to try out on you, my love.
Oh, instruments. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, well, I don't need to... Well, I'd say that's obvious enough of where that's going. Just saying. I'll push him off his chair, but the bright laugh that comes from his lips is too happy for me to really get mad. Fair enough. I don't know who's more of a pervert, Linnaeus or Franz. Oh.
Yes, you'd better be careful of your own tea from now on. You'll get your comeuppance eventually, you know.
Perhaps. But until then, I think I'll just enjoy myself tormenting you. Whatever price comes at the end of it all, well, I'm sure I won't regret a single moment.
With that, he squeezes my arm and presses back against me, not so unlike an affectionate cat himself. His comforting, slightly sweet scent mingles with the earthy smell of the forest, filling my senses as I nuzzle against him. It may not be a perfect road ahead of us, and I'm sure there'll be many bumps as we clash heads and have our differences. But I think I can safely say that after we've come this far together, there's next to nothing that can tear us apart. Save perhaps Linnaeus' preference for plain tea. What a madman. Though after coming to love all his quirks and habits, his ups and downs, and his heart inside and out. I know what I'm talking about. Yes, I know for a fact that I wouldn't have him any other way. I don't know why it's like slowing down. Okay. I like this. It's sweet. I don't know, if anything, I'm kind of liking Linnaeus' story more than Franz. So, how far have we gone? 17 minutes in-ish? I mean, it'd probably be a bit less because I had to cut out the scenes. But yeah, I'm just like... I kind of want to say like Linnaeus is better than Franz. But I mean, there's some ways I like Franz better because of how much he likes to tease. Yeah, so if anything, I guess next I'm going to do Arden's, which I like how I mentioned that, and there we go. Seen from theirs, I guess, that we're gonna find out at some point. Yeah, if anything, I guess, this video is gonna be kind of super long, given how extra short this is. So I don't think I planned out this whole video. So yeah, so if anything, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see... Wait, actually, did it? Never mind, it's gonna be a whole video on its own, because I realized I already uploaded the video. Fuck me. God, I hate when I finish videos actually near the end. I guess this might be a short... No. Never mind. We'll be right back. We're going to do Arden's story bit, I guess, in a little bit. So, yeah, give me a minute to get that set up. Okay, so after skipping through, and I guess I got it around the first try, unlike with Linnaeus where it took multiple tries to figure out how the route choices worked. So yeah, now we're here, and someone's gone, I guess? So I guess this might be about a kidnapping? In Arden's route? So a woman's frantic voice suddenly splits the air, making everyone freeze.
Hazel! Hazel!
Oh shit, wait, what? Hazel's gone? From my eyes, a woman in a maid's clothing runs out of a nearby hallway, petrified expression of horror on her face. You know, it'd be funny though, somehow I get, secret, Saber's route? This is some of it. Right behind her is Silas, jogging in somehow fine fashion, trying to gently block her path, slow her down.
Emily, we can't disturb the guests like this.
They kidnapped her! They took her away before my very eyes, Silas! What do you expect me to do?
Who? I'll explain who took her? She stops in her tracks and turns to glare fiercely. Silas, there's enough intensity in her expression to make him hesitate and back away slightly.
Miss, what's wrong?
Oh, Celeste. Okay. This is the earliest I've ever seen you again. So to my surprise, Celeste steps out of the shocked crowd, a concerned look, approaching the maid, Emily, and reaching out to her shoulder comfortingly.
My little girl.
His voice trembles, clearly on the edge of hysteria, but Celeste claps the maid's hands firmly in her own and speaks to her gently.
Take a deep breath. Tell us what happened.
Emily pauses, taking a shuddering inhale, chest rising and falling rapidly. She manages a small, strained nod, clearly grateful for Celeste's words.
My Hazel. I was going back to our chambers, but just as I arrived, she was being carried away. I couldn't see who they were, but they had my daughter, and they escaped through the window before I could even reach it.
Curious on how this is gonna play, because I'm like, if anything, I really hope nothing bad happens to Hazel. Oh shit. Whispered curious murmurings flutter through the crowd, gathered guests, as numerous pairs of prying eyes focus on the maid.
Hazel? Someone kidnapped her?
It sounds like that. But why?
Study Emily's face, watching as she speaks in hesitant whispers to Celeste. So I'm curious, because with Franz, if I remember correctly, it was about a murder. Somebody died. And then, Linnaeus, something got stolen and somebody died. So, curious how this is gonna be, if it's only gonna be a kidnapping, or if Hazel is kidnapped and somebody dies. So, these stories are so interesting to see how different it is. So I study Emily's face, watching as she speaks in hesitant whispers to Celeste. She's clearly panicked, and no wonder. It must be horrible to see your child get snatched away before your eyes.
They can't have gone far. After all, there's a wall around the castle and festival grounds with guards at the gate to the road. She has to still be here somewhere.
Yeah, but if it's anything like before, one of the gods or two are actually the baddies. An intense frown suddenly darkens Arden's features, posing them with an unusual sharpness. This must be his guard mode, or whatever sense of duty spurs him to protect others.
I'm sure they'll find her by the end of the night. I doubt the king's so cruel as to ignore a thing like this, even if it is during his celebration.
There's no way he would. A king's job is to keep his people strong and safe.
I can't help but think he sounds awfully resolute, unlike his normal mild manner. At that moment, a servant rushes up to the announcer's side, hurriedly whispering something in his ear. I could tell from the man's swiftly darkening expression that something must have happened, probably related to Hazel's kidnapping. Soon after, the announcer clears his throat and raises his voice to address us loudly.
Your attention, please.
His firm words are quick to hush the murmuring crowd. Everyone's eyes shoot up towards him.
In light of recent events, we will no longer be presenting our guest of honor this evening. However, we ask that all guests remain calm, as His Majesty's men will resolve this issue before morning.
Or, after a couple days.
During this while, please continue to enjoy the remaining festivities and report any suspicious behavior to the guards.
Finishing his announcement, he bows respectfully and disappears further beyond the balcony, leaving behind a faint haze of confusion and curiosity.
Well, I suppose we'll just retire for the night.
I hope they didn't cancel the dance. I wanted to try dancing in my new shoes.
The chatter soon resumes its previous levels, seemingly unaffected by the mysterious kidnapping. What the fuck? Okay. Wait, how? I guess, wow. I've done both the other routes, and I never knew there was a history log. Well, apparently if you scroll down or up, one of the two, because there's a bit of delay, one of the two apparently brings up the history. I guess I may have never needed to reload beforehand? Holy crap. So the chatter soon resumes its previous level, seemingly unaffected by the mysterious kidnapping. However, a certain uneasiness lurks at the bottom of my stomach. As much as I'd like to have confidence in the king's men, I find myself growing a bit worried.
I'm going to talk to Emily for a moment, Arden. I'll meet up with you afterwards.
Right. I'll ask the guards if they have any more information on what might have happened.
Well, at least he doesn't disappear just instantaneously to his duties. Like with other routes, he's just up to vanish. It's like, oh, now I never see you again. Still grave, turns and heads off quickly, determined quality in his steps. I guess he really does have a responsible streak after all. Must be a new development. My intention returning to where Emily and Celeste are still standing, I approach them cautiously, not wanting to startle the poor maid. Silas has already left Emily's side, perhaps to go help with the search for Hazel.
Ah, Sir Rivian.
Just Rivian is fine. How is she doing?
Motioning to Emily, I raise an eyebrow inquisitively at Celeste.
I can think a little more clearly now, sir.
Her voice quiet and still a little shaky, Emily answers my question herself, glancing up at me hesitantly. I contemplate what the best words are to say in this situation, but without any prior experience, I'm just going to have to wing it.
I met your daughter last night, and again this morning. She's a sweet girl, and I'll be damned if I let some creep take off with her, peasant or nobleman.
Yeah, she's adorable. She's just a sweetheart. Why would anyone kidnap her? I mean, we'll find out, right? Of all the people, why kidnap a little girl, Hazel of all kids? The surprise that my firm reinsurance me blinks a little.
One of my friends is in the Royal Guard. I'm sure he'll find a trace of her whereabouts. He's certainly skillful at tracking me down, so I have faith in his abilities.
Yes.
A small relieved smile tugs at the corners of her lips, and a bit of a crease in her brow diminishes as...
You're both very kind to care for a maid's worries, but my daughter truly is my world.
I can understand that. My mother would always go into a panic if I was ever out of her sight for 5 minutes.
She raised a good daughter.
Feeling slightly out of place in this feminine bonding moment, I cough quietly and both women turn to me.
I was just curious. Did you happen to get a look at the one who was carrying Hazel away?
I couldn't see very well as the room was still dark.
Yeah. Okay, so she's probably gonna come back very soon. Anyways, then you. As distractions come and go.
I saw something bright and glimmering on his belt. It caught my eye in the moonlight.
Something bright and glimmering on his belt? His sword, maybe?
No chance for more specifics, I suppose.
Emily shakes her head guiltily, rubbing her shoulder with one hand.
I only caught a glimpse of the person. I couldn't even tell if it was a man or a woman, I'm afraid.
I would imagine it's a man, given how often it's been.
I see.
Well, I certainly can't think of anyone matching such a vague description. I mean, all we got is glimmer on a belt. That's it. And their belt had a shiny thing isn't exactly helpful either. No, it's not.
I'll do my best to find some clues too. Don't you worry, miss.
Celeste encouragingly smiles at Emily, then her eyes slide over to meet mine. She winks at me for some reason, and I blink in surprise.
All right. Time to hunt down a kidnapper. I'll see you later, Rivian.
Okay, Celeste. I swear, Celeste is such an interesting character. 'Cause she's so mysterious, and I'm unsure if she really is the good guy in the whole thing. Given how, I can't remember the kid's name. It's adorable, though. Even though he's a bad guy, because he's part of the disciples. Fuck, whatever his name is. Like, the one character I find the most adorable, with Hazel probably being the next. But yeah, I'm just like, I wonder if somehow Celeste may or may not be part of the disciples, because she just happens. No, because she wouldn't be helping us, so that'd be weird. I don't know. Celeste is such a... not exactly a random character, but like... it's random for how she just comes out of nowhere to help us. So anyways, just like that, she's off, clutching at her skirts to keep from tripping as she runs along. Isn't she just a little too excited about this? Maybe. Besides, it's not exactly befitting of a noble girl to go around playing detective during a formal fair. I suppose that's rather hypocritical of me, considering I want to figure out who's behind Hazel's kidnapping too.
Well, I'll do my best to help little Hazel, Miss Emily. We'll get her back, I promise.
I believe you, sir, and I believe in the King's men.
She sounded a little hesitant then, but I can't blame her. They've trained watchdogs and guardsmen, not sleuths.
Stay safe until then.
She drops a grateful curtsy to me, and with a nod, I leave her to start heading back to my room. And I think this is where I'm going to end the video here, because I think I may have gone long enough, I think. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go hit the like button if you want to see more of what's going to happen next, because feel like I sort of did the same thing with Franz, where I just went to Linnaeus' story a bit, if I remember correctly. But anyways, yeah, go subscribe if you want to know if I have anything I do, really. And kind of thing to say, see some comments below. Till then, I will see you next time in the next video, comrades.